Well, hello there. Another vlog today. It's not a good one. It's not a happy clappy great vlog. I have every knitter's worst problem. We've got moths. And for the past few weeks, I've been ignoring the issue, but I know it's just going to get worse. And so today I'm going to tackle it. I'm going to fight back and I will try and salvage my knits and my yarn stash from the moths in hope that they haven't actually gotten anywhere yet. So that's what we're doing today. I have been a little bit prepared already. I've been shopping online on Amazon to be exact, and I have bought some like reusable zip bags for my skeins of yarn, and I have also bought these big boxes where you can put your clothes in and then you can put them on shelves inside your closet, but they have a sheer panel or like a plastic panel at the front so that you actually see what's inside, and you can open them from the top and from the side, which is what I really wanted. So I was looking and shopping around for those for quite a while, but I found them, ordered them, they've arrived. And then I've also bought some product that you can use to literally kill the moths or kill the larvae, because they are the ones that are actually eating the wool. I've bought little pads that you can put inside drawers to hopefully get rid of them. And then I've bought also things you can hang on your clothes. So that's what I'm going to hang inside our closet. And then I've also bought a spray that you can spritz on in case they are already on your clothes or inside the clothing. So that is my 3-step plan to get rid of them. I hope they haven't gotten inside the actual yarn stash yet, which is kind of all here. I've already done little bits where I've taken down the hangs that were hanging up here on my little pegboard. I've already put them inside at least a chest of drawers so that they're away and not out, because I have seen them flying around everywhere in the flat. In my office where there's most of the yarn, in the living room where I usually keep my whips, and then also inside our own closet and in our bedroom, which is where we keep obviously all our clothes. The other thing that I still need to get is a washing basket that you can close the lid on, and we need to get our dirty laundry basket out of our little closet and put it just away from the clothes, because I read that that's what's attracting them as well. It's like dirty clothing and the smell of them. And so yeah, I just think if we get that out of the closet, there's less chance of them wanting to go in there. So yeah, so I still need to get that. Also, actually something that I have done throughout the last week, and I'm still kind of ongoing because it's a huge task. I have started to wash all my knits, and then once they're washed, I want to spray them with this anti-moth spray, just to be on the safe side in case they have gotten in anywhere and I can't see them yet. Because sometimes the yarn is speckled in a way that it looks like there might be larvae on it, but actually it's not. So I think they're quite hard to spot. So yeah, I think doing the spray, like washing them and then doing the spray, is kind of keeping me on the safe side. So yeah, that's something that I've been doing the entirety of last week. But yeah, I hope we can tackle this together. If you have any tips, please do let me know in the comments. I'm just flying off of advice from the internet. But first, a little bit of coffee. And once we have some bits of that finished, I'll also need to start doing more work, because I have just got myself a little part-time job, but that means I have a bit less time now for all things Wild Knits Glasgow. So I need to work a bit more on the weekends, just kind of at least until the Wild Winds vest, which is what I'm wearing today, is out. And so yeah, my husband and Emma have just gotten out, so I got the flat to myself. Okay, let's get going. So I have, as you've seen, cleaned this entire room because it looked so messy, and I just cannot start afresh if it's messy. So we've done the little weekly reset for the room. In this big chest of drawers is all my yarn. Well, not all of it actually, there's more, but that's the bulk of it anyways. And I'll show you what it's, or I don't even know, there isn't much organization to it. I think it's roughly by yarn weight, and then sometimes I have a lot of the same brand and type of yarn, so those I bundled together. And then up at the top drawer, there's a lot of notions as well, little bits that I kind of need very often, so they're kind of packaged away. I also have this little caddy here, and in there I have what I wanted to think of as stuff that I'll need sort of right away for projects, but that's a lie because I just kind of flip-flop between what I want to do next. So it's just sort of like yarn for projects, but not really my next projects. Although this has just come. I've been knitting with Drops Daisy for the last few weeks, and I've made a pair of socks with it, and it's just so lovely, and I love the feel of it. And first up, Emma needs a new cardigan, and I want to make her one before we go on our summer holiday next month. So I let her decide what colors she wants, and she wanted a hot pink. She said pink is her favorite color now. So yeah, I'm gonna make that for her. I'm in the process of adding bust darts to my adult female patterns, and this is why the Wild Winds West release is a bit delayed, because I really feel like it could benefit from bust darts. So I'm putting them into the pattern, but I also want to put it into the Maman sweater pattern. And to test them out and to just knit myself a new one, I want to make another Maman sweater, and I was really keen on these colors. I've seen somebody else on Instagram knit something in that sort of like light sagey green with these almondy stripes, and I thought, oh, this looks really pretty. So I want to swatch for that and just see how I feel about it, and kind of maybe what size of stripes I want. But also I have an idea for a sock pattern, and I wanted to use this as a combination, possible color combination. But yeah, so that's why I've got some Drops Daisy lying around here. This is also some yarn I'm currently knitting with. It's the Knitting for Olive Heavy Merino in Pomegranate, which is very similar to this one, which is Isaga Alpaca 2 held double. Cannot remember the colorway of this one that I'm wearing, but I wanted to have a thicker weight yarn for this next Wild Winds Vest sample that I'm knitting. So I decided to go with a worsted weight. And because I'm currently knitting that, this is out here. So since most of this is already in bags, I'm just going to start here and pack up the rest in bags. Okay, so enjoy a little montage now. Okay, we've tackled the first little bit, the little caddy, and it's not too bad. I can clearly see what it is. I can read the labels. I can see how many skeins, so I think it's not too bad. I think moths don't like to go to anything that's not natural fiber, isn't it? So I think I should be able to keep my tencel yarn out on the pegboard. This is actually a nice little way of also showing you what I have in my stash. And maybe why. So yeah, if you're nosy, you'll enjoy this next bit. All right, so this first drawer is kind of my notions and mohair kind of drawer. I don't know what you would call it. It's bits and bobs. So over on this side, I have loads of notions and I don't know, things that I've collected over the years that I regularly need and need good and clear access to. This is only here because I'm hiding it from Emma. She loves Post-its, and whenever I need some, I can never find them. I have my little blocking pins down here, some spare sort of cables for other interchangeables, and then I have old stitch markers that I don't really use, but in case I need more, I have them here. That's all circular stoppers for the Knit Pro circulars that I have. There is some kind of needle stoppers here. These are actually quite fun. They're hands with different hand symbols. And these are different threads in case I need to mend something. but also there's elastic thread in here. So I guess this one just didn't fit in anymore. So if you need to make something a bit tighter, you can weave this in, and then it'll make your neckband a bit tighter, or the facing of a balaclava or some cuffs. This is actually still from my grandma. So yeah, I have that here, plus some spare like flexi cables for holding stitches, and then some flexible measuring tapes. This is a spare wool comb because I sometimes like to gift knit, and when I do, I usually like to gift people one of these as well. So this is from this company, just so that they can keep their knits nice and tidy. Oh, these are one of my favorite things. These are tiny, maybe like 10 centimeter long, double-pointed needles. And I love these especially because they are great for baby knits. So they're different sizes. And if you ever knit for a baby, you know the circumference of their sleeves is tiny. And I find the long DP ends just really annoying to work with. And magic loop doesn't really work very nicely, which is my preferred method for small circumferences. But I bought these, and these are great for tiny baby sleeves. So really recommend. And then just more flexi cables, more of this, a pom-pom maker, as you do, and one of these, which I never ever use. Okay. And then here's my little button box. These are all my T-pins. And then something very useful, labels. So whenever I make a little swatch, I usually write down what yarn it was, what needles I used, what the stitches, and then hang it from the swatch so that I remember. And that's what these are for. And then here I just have like a backing for a cushion that I never made, transfer paper for embroidery, more transfer paper here, more flexi stitch holders, a mohair brush. I think these are more buttons, yes. Then I have got my trusty C-knit needles, still my absolute favorite kind. And I have everything from this needle set in here. So all the needles, all the wires, and then the accessories. This is a really, really great set. And I will never, ever want to be knitting with anything else ever again. And then I have got some embroidery thread here, more buttons. Okay. Bits and bobs, like I said. So this is kind of all fine. This doesn't need any work. And then here we have chaos. Yeah, here I've got all my mohair. So yeah, let's put all of this into little bags. Okay, next draw is kind of all sorts. I think this is mostly fingering and DK weight. This is a lot of florinos, a lot of drops alpaca, which I just seem to have a lot of. This is a really beautiful one actually from Wool and Flower. That's a local yarn dyer here in Glasgow, and she only dyes with plant-based dyes that she forges. I had bought that for a little blanket that I wanted to make. And this is also a local dyer in Glasgow, Nervous Fiber. I think Charlotte's just starting up again after her maternity leave now. I have this colorway and then this colorway too, which I love. It kind of reminded me of the beach. There's just a huge mix in here of things. There's more Nervous Fiber. It's a lovely colorway too, isn't it? And just random bits that I bought to try out some ideas, or because I found the way that it was made really interesting. That is kind of something that I do a lot, where I just buy one skein of something that I find quite interesting. And that's because I often just get an idea and I want to try it out. I don't want to commit to buying a whole garment quantity of it. That's why I have a lot of single skeins of really interesting yarns. And that's why I hate putting things into bags like this. I used to have everything in bags like this, just for that reason, because I was scared of moths. But I just felt like I never went through my stash properly whenever I had an idea to see if I have something that would match my idea or if I could try it in the yarn that I already have. So that's why I wanted to have everything out so that I could go through it and feel the yarn and see, but obviously that's not really possible anymore. So that's why I'm trying to package things in a way that I can easily see what's inside rather than stuffing the bag as full as I can. I really hate putting it into these bags. I love having everything out and I can just touch it and feel it and rummage through it and see what I have, but it has to be done. I honestly think they would get to it. Okay. Google break because I want to know whether I can use these organza bags to store in yarn and keep it safe from the moths, because if I can, then I could hang that up on my packboard with the big hangs that I have, because they don't really easily fit into the size of clear bags that I have. So I'm just going to quickly see if I could do that instead. Can't do that. They're not 100% moth proof, so definitely not my favorite way, but you'll have to do. There's one more drawer to tackle. It's a big one. It's got all the Aran weight in it. But it's kind of only half a drawer because the other half is filled with other bits like you'll see, but it's also the most sort of bits and bobs type of drawer, just unorganized mess type of drawer. There's loads of kind of projects that I'm working on right now, skeins here, and then things that I have reclaimed. And then there's more bits here, which is more like fingering weight yarns. There's things to mend over here. This is a clothes, like a wool shaver. Yeah, this is my least favorite drawer to tackle, but we'll get it done. Okay, so it's been about an hour since I last talked to you. I had to charge my phone because it ran out of battery. But I will go downstairs now into our garden and spray all the things that I have washed so far with the anti-moth kind of solution. I just don't want to do this in the house. And then let it kind of sit and dry for a few minutes. And then come back up, and then we can put everything into these boxes that I've bought for our closet. Okay, so I've just sprayed everything. Like you can see, or like you could see, my strategy was to just put it on hangers and then on my washing line here outside. And then I just sprayed it as kind of heavily as I could on every corner and every angle, and made sure that I stayed out of the wind from the spray, because it does say it's quite toxic, especially to aquatic life. So mind that when you're using it. But yeah, so this is all drying now. I'll give it a few minutes. But while it's drying, I thought I would show you around my little garden. It's the first year that we decided to grow a few sort of plants, like vegetables, some herbs, and I don't think I've shown you yet. So yeah, let's take a look. Okay, I need to be a bit quiet. There's neighbors right around. But yeah, these are our beans. Not looking too good. I think they have a fungus or, I don't know, some other disease, but the leaves look really sad. And there's not a single bean on it yet. So I think they are a fail. And then we have sweet peas, which are coming along nicely. And then I've got some sage growing here. And this is my little herb part. So we have some parsley, some dill all along there, and then there's a little bit of thyme coming in the corner just there. And we have a good amount of basil that's starting to grow and love the sun and the sunny spot. And some salad. It's actually been growing back a lot stronger since we started picking a few leaves. So the next bit I'm gonna do, I don't want to talk too closely to the fence because my neighbors are there and I don't want them to think I'm crazy. But I'm going to add some liquid like fertilizer to my zucchini plant because I think it needs it. It looks like it has some sort of nutritional deficit, so I'm going to do that while everything's drying, and I'm going to show you my tomatoes, but in silence because of the neighbors. Hiding from the neighbors again. I hope you enjoyed this little tour of my little garden. It's not much, but we're trying things out and we just wanted to give it a try this year. I've been really enjoying it and I feel like these beans are a lost cause, but if you have any advice, please send it my way. We've had really bad weather here, which meant that things have really not been growing that much. So yeah, it's not been the best of summers, but we work with it. And things are growing. So we've already harvested our radishes, which I'll show you in a minute. We've actually pickled them. We've pickled them in apple cider vinegar and water, sugar, and then we've added in dill, garlic, and peppercorns. And it's so delicious. Absolutely recommend. Give it a try. But the skin of the radish has turned everything pink. So it's this pink pickled radish now. But yeah, it tastes amazing. So definitely give it a go if you have radishes and you don't know what to do with them. So I think I'll have to let this sit and dry out for a wee bit longer, but I'll be back with you shortly. All right, I got the knitted garments back from the line downstairs. It's time to put everything into these boxes that I have bought. So I'll show you what they look like now. We will unbox together. Definitely not a sexy unboxing. No way! They are produced in Glasgow. That's so funny. So they're the Livio folding fabric storage boxes. And I went for this one because, as you can see here, they have a little kind of panel that you can see through. And then they have an opening from the front and also from the top. Because the way I'll stack them, it'll be easier for me to open everything from the front. So let's see what they look like. And the cool thing is, they have these little wires, which you can just prop up. There we are. That's quite cool. So that's the top. And then, side middle. And then that's the front bit. You can easily access from here too. Very nice. All right, let's fill them up. So I fit 4 sweaters in here. They're all DK weight sweaters, so nothing really thick. Let's see. I think there would have been room. Yeah, I mean, if you'd want to squish it, there would have been room for another here, and I could have easily fitted in some like accessories, maybe socks or something in the sides, because I just didn't fold it, I don't know, all that well. I could have easily put in a row of socks here. So that's maybe something that I'll do in future, just to keep everything safe and secure from those moths. And then yeah, I can just easily pull it out. And then yeah, okay, the top one isn't so easily visible, but I really like it. That is doing exactly what I wanted it to do. Great. So now I just have to wash all the other ones and then box them up. So I've got, in this set, I got 3 of those boxes. And like I said, they're quite sturdy. So, and that's the brand again here, which apparently is from Glasgow. That's so cool. I didn't even know. I just was looking on Amazon. And yeah, otherwise, I think that's probably going to be it. I think the vlog will be quite long as is, but just wanted to show you how I tackle this issue. Like, please let me know if you have any more tips on what I could do. Oh, I'll also show you the little anti-moth products that I have bought for the chest of drawers and for our closet. So Arcana is the brand that I bought all the anti-moth stuff from. And these are moth killer papers for the wardrobe and drawers. And it says effectively kills moths, eggs and larvae. Long lasting, 6 months. It smells of something, but not intensely at all, which is quite nice. So I guess, yeah, you can just pull them apart. Just pop it in here. And I also got these from that same brand. They are for clothes and they are supposed to kill the moths and larvae. So yeah, they just go around hangers in the closet. So I got 4 of these as well. Probably do 2 and then have 2 for in a few months' time. So we have hopefully eliminated all of the moths. I've bought these little sheets which will go into the drawers to hopefully keep them away. Everything is bagged up. I'm washing my way through my whole entire sweater and cardigan collection and then spraying them with that anti-moth larvae egg spray, letting that air out, and then they go into these gray boxes and then into my closet. And then I'll just hang these little white tags that I've shown you from the hangers to hopefully keep everything at bay inside the closet. And I'll also get our washing basket out of our closet and put it out into the room with a lid on. And then the last thing that I have done is actually I have bought a really nice candle which has lavender and cedar wood in it, which is something that moths don't like apparently. So I'm kind of burning that in the living room and in this room every now and again, just to hopefully create a smell that they find not so appealing. And actually, since burning it, I haven't really found any in this room, so I think it is doing somewhat of a good job. I think I'm going to leave the vlog here. So a whole knitting vlog without any knitting in it. How weird. But I hope you've enjoyed it. Leave me a comment with any more tips that you have on getting rid of moths. I'm gonna go have dinner now, so see you again soon. Bye.